Welcome to the Funny Enough podcast, where we're always living out loud.
I'm your host, Zaie.
And I'm your host, Jeffrey.
And this is episode, what is this, 6?
No, I think it's
7. 7, yeah.
I think.
Oh my god, I should have had the thing pulled up. Oh, my other computer. It's in the room. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna impromptu. This is what I need right here. Yeah, technical difficulties. Okay, here we go. I just have to be organized, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, hell yeah.
We don't even have anything there, but
Well,
we're just gonna wing it.
We'll overtake. Yeah,
we're just gonna wing it. So yes, thank you all for being so patient. We are back, and yeah, this is our birthdays and body image episode. This episode is basically, body image / dysmorphia. I want to say that episode. This episode is basically a follow-up to if you saw our eating disorder episode. This is a follow-up to that. And it's basically, an open conversation with me about some of the things that I have struggled with, just because, that's what, we're being more open and we're just being more personal. But it'll also be about some of your experiences as well. I know you don't have an ED, but everyone kind of deals with their own, levels of body image and dysmorphia, and, growing up and trying to, see what you want to look like and what's in the public eye and, judging your own body. So, and learning body acceptance. We're going to be talking about all those things today. But before we get into that, we do want to wish myself a happy birthday.
Yes.
I am now 23. And I definitely feel 23. Yeah.
Young.
Yeah, I feel, elevated, I would say.
Good.
I feel like I reached another tier, another peak of my life.
Peak.
And I'm definitely ready for it. I'm working hard to do some things. So 23 should be nice.
I think it'll be a great year for you. I really do. Tell them about where we went.
So for my birthday, we went to the aquarium. And before we did that, we did go to the Fox Theater. I do want to say that. We went to see Beetlejuice. Before it left, and I think right now they're having Six the Musical. Shout out to them. But we went to see Beetlejuice. It was amazing. It was so fun. So funny. Like
yes, it was.
It was so funny. I've never seen it, so
I loved it.
Yeah, it was an amazing experience. So thank you for that.
Of course. I'm glad you loved it.
Yeah. And then my second, part of the birthday was on my actual birthday. We went to the aquarium, and it was my first time being there in a while and getting to see everything, and so it was really nice. The dolphins were cute. There were so many kids. There were so many kids, but overall it was really nice. I just noticed why it was so dark in here because but it's fine. I'm just gonna.
You kill me. Well, it was gorgeous in there too. I haven't been in there in forever. So I like going back. I mean, I hadn't been in forever. So I love getting to go back. But let's see. Yeah, it was a dope day.
Yes, it was a really nice day. I ended up having a headache, so I had to go home and take care of that, but it's okay. And then my best friend ended up calling me trying to get me drunk. But not end up having either. So yeah, overall it was a good birthday.
Shout out to Ayana.
Shout out to Ayana.
Love.
But yeah, I do feel good being 23. You know, like
good.
It just feels like, you know, sometimes it feels like another day, but other times, you know, you feel like you make it, you know, extra special and yeah.
Well, good.
So yes. Moving on to our body image and dysmorphia part of the episode. I think I wanted to talk about this because, first of all, like, we usually start with definition and blah, blah, blah. But I think, you know, we all pretty much know what we mean when we say body image and dysmorphia. And if you don't know, we're specifically talking about your overall physical appearance, male or female, you know, and how you feel about your body. And, you know, really it comes with age, it comes with, you know, puberty and, you know, all those things. Like, once that comes, that's really when the judgment comes, I feel like. And that's, you know, when we start to really judge and look at our bodies. And I feel like we should have, I don't know, more of a appreciation, you know, for our body. I feel like, especially this newer generation, like, they're just so, I feel like they're being so hard on themselves, you know, trying to look good, trying to be cute, like, trying to be the next, you know, and you're only, like, 12 or 16 or something, like, you know, so it's just, things are moving so fast. So as much as we want to live our best lives and be our best versions of ourselves, like, that's great, but we also want to be cognizant and aware of where we are in life and, you know, what is healthy to us, and you know, being more loving and accepting of our bodies and everyone else's body, you know.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So how do you feel about body image and dysmorphia?
I mean, I think, like you said, the younger people, Instagram, like, can just magnify and intensify so many little things that you have in yourself that you don't really think about, but social media can bring it out. I mean, a lot of that stuff, and nothing against someone like a Kim Kardashian, you know, that's not reality.
That is, like, idolized as, like, perfection.
Yeah, like, her body is like her body has, I mean, and that's okay. I mean,
that's okay.
But you know, that's not reality.
Yeah, it's not.
I mean, that's
natural.
That's retouching.
You have to recognize that.
But on top of that, that's retouching and makeup and hair, you know, and a stylist
and millions of dollars
and a lot of money. So that's just not reality. But I mean, with myself, I mean, what's the word for that? Like, my body image in my head was not good last year for sure. Mm-hmm. I was not used to having a stomach like I had, like, it was kind of poking out and stuff. I was not used to that. And then I started realizing how that I run like to food if I'm upset. And once I kind of realized that about myself, started taking supplements and things of that nature, I was able to get rid of it. Also changed the way I eat. I really don't eat fried food hardly anymore unless, like, I feel like I earned it. I know that sounds weird.
Yeah.
But if I feel like I earned the fried food, I will eat the fried food. But really, I shouldn't be eating that much fried food anyways.
Right.
You know? So the things I've done, I'm happy with the way I look now more than in years, to be honest. Years. I feel so happy about the way I look.
Good.
Yes. And a lot of people have said, like, people in my family or whatever, like I told you earlier, saying things like, well, we just don't want you to become anorexic. Mm-hmm. That is, like, I would advise against doing that.
It's hard to, like, you know, judge somebody on that. It's hard to, you know, kind of jump into that. Like, I can see where
it's
they're
ignorant
going
in a way.
But, like, you know, that comes, like, you would already have
that. Exactly. And it's ignorant to do that. I really don't like that. So if there are any parents out there or whatever, I would advise against ever saying that to your child. No, really. I mean, I don't know. I think, you can make someone revert and go the other way.
Yeah,
And feel
I
like
know we like family members and people will make little comments, like oh, you're getting so small, or oh, you need to eat, or blah blah blah, and just like the opposite or the latter, like oh, you're getting so big, or
yes,
do you really want to eat that?
And I heard that too.
Yeah.
I heard that too.
And so we really have to be aware of what we're saying to people, because it really can leave an impact, because big or small.
Yes, because that bothers me. I do not like that at all. I just don't like it. Say it once, but when people keep saying it over and over and over,
because 9 times out of 10, we all have a mirror. We all know what
we
look
know
like.
what we. Good
and
point.
So we don't need the constant reminders of like, oh, I can see your ribs, or
that's
you're so
my
small,
least favorite.
You're so skinny. Like,
that's
girl, I know I'm skinny.
Right.
I know what I look like. Thank you.
Yeah, that's my least. That's my least favorite. Is I can see your ribs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, shut the up.
Like, I'm so glad you can see them. Can you see
like
them?
literally, I'm glad you can see them. I don't care. I'm glad you can see mine.
Would you prefer rolls? I mean, I'm just saying.
Well, like I said, the people that said it haven't seen theirs in forever.
And then you have the rolls, and they're like,
that's
"Hey,
so
body positivity." So it's just like you have to love both sides. Like, definitely love both sides. We love anybody and everybody, and we need to continue doing that.
I have friends that are much bigger, like, and they say like, "I'm big," like, "Bitch, I'm fat," like, like I have friends that like, they're bigger and they own that, they own it.
Yeah.
And I love that too. I love that for them too. Like, whatever you're comfortable with, own that shit.
Yeah. It's really like, but there's nothing wrong with like being body positive and like the acceptance, like I said. But it's like it becomes negative when we get into like the shaming and like fat phobic comics or like
and I mean, you talk a lot about, or I'm saying you, but people in general talk a lot about fat phobia and those kind of comments, but I mean, there's comments about people that are thinner that they don't want to hear that. So I mean, it definitely goes both ways. Like you said, it can go both ways.
So let me ask you this: who do you think in our era, in our society, in our generation is like the most advocate or like spokesperson for body positivity and things of that nature? I mean, I can think of a few people, but who comes to mind for you?
Ashley Graham comes to mind for me, the model.
Ashley Graham,
yeah, I think she's really gorgeous and owns herself, like I said.
Yes, I do know her.
Yeah, I love her. I follow her on Instagram actually, but she always comes to mind for me. And I think even this might sound random, but Jill Scott, I love. She's gone up and down with her weight, and she always is very honest about it. And I think even though I don't listen to, or no offense, pay that much attention to, no offense, Kelly Clarkson. Well, you know,
I love Kelly Clarkson.
But you know what I mean when I say that. I mean, her weight has fluctuated before the public.
I think she's gotten smaller now. People were like, "Oh, I wasn't big," but she was like, "No, I have like something,"
Yeah, but even if she chooses to do that, it's her body, it's her money, and it's her image in her head that But I mean, she comes to my mind too, Kelly Clarkson, because she's always been scrutinized for her weight since she was on American Idol, really.
Yeah, and I think like I mean, we say it is both men and women, but it really is more so women like that are judged for their body. Yeah.
But do you have any that you think of when you think of?
Well, of course I think of Demi.
Because
I feel like she's been a pretty much spokesperson for body dysmorphia and bulimia and things like that, and what led to their weight fluctuations. But I think like now they've gotten such accustomed to like being like, I'm healthy, I'm in my era, and like, you know, don't talk about my weight, like,
Absolutely.
And I really like that for them.
I do too.
And that's kind of where I am. Is, you know, I'm just like, you know, I'm eating, like, I'm taking care of myself, I'm doing what I need to do, like, don't worry about my weight. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you need to bulk up, oh, you need to this, oh, you need to that. Like,
shut up.
You know, because I hear that a lot. Like, we all hear that a lot. You know, like I said, I'm 23, so a lot of people would be like, oh, like, you know, you could really look different. And it's like, I know I could look different, but, you know, at the same time, I'm accepting I'm I'm accepting of where I am.
Yeah.
Now, and you know, I am on the path to get to where I want to be. But it's not, you know, what everyone thinks. Like, everyone's, I guess, like, dream body or everyone's, you know, look is different. You know, so
yeah. Can I add one more celebrity person?
Yes.
I would definitely, I can't even believe I left her out, but is Black China, who now wants to be called Angela White, because she's taking all her fillers out of her body. She's been documenting taking all the stuff out of her face, out of her ass, out of her breast. Yeah. You haven't seen that?
I think I have, yeah.
And although she was, you know, artificially enhancing herself, she's reversing it before the public. She's been documenting it. I know on Instagram and maybe YouTube too, but I think that's a great thing because you never see the opposite of having your body enhanced, you know? You never
seeing the era of BBLs and nose jobs and lipo.
Yeah.
And, you know, all those things are okay. But we just want to make sure that, you know, when we do those things, we're not talking about other people and their bodies.
Yes.
And the opposite or the latter, like, if you're not doing those things, good for you. But yeah, I don't know. I think maybe everyone's just, you know, mind their business.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Do what's best for them and their body.
Right.
And that's the takeaway of this episode.
We're good over here.
We're good in the hood. Because,
we're good over here.
But I don't know, what else does like come to mind when you think of body image and dysmorphia?
I mean, I never thought much of that term until last year when I was so unhappy with the way my body looked. I mean, looking in the mirror and not liking what you see sucks. And I looked in the mirror a lot, like getting in the shower, getting out of the shower, whatever. When you're naked and you don't like what you see is a horrible feeling. So like I said, I've taken the steps to do it. I'm happy with the way I look. Like I said, I know, like we said, you can see your ribs and all that. I don't care about that. I mean, that's what comes to my mind though, is like last year, mostly, because it's not this year, it's last year. When I was just so unhappy with the way I looked or feeling like I need to start wearing more baggy clothes almost last year. I started thinking maybe I don't need to wear such tight things because I'm not happy with the way my body looks, you know?
Yeah.
So then I started feeling like I need to change my wardrobe, and it just became a whole thing, but I was keeping it inside for the most part because I didn't want people to, I guess, know that I felt that way. So I kept it in a lot. But that's what I think of mostly that time in my life because that's the only time I can say I really feel like I experienced body dysmorphia, not being happy. But yeah.
Well, we're glad that you have come such a long way since then.
Thank you, and same to you.
Yeah, for me,
because I think we both look great. I mean that, like we do. We look great. So
we're just beating ourselves up. But yeah, for me, I just, you know, like I said, I think of the men and the women.
Yeah.
All the women that have, you know, been judged and scrutinized and sexualized with their bodies and, you know, having to pick and choose whether they want to showcase or do this or do that, you know, in music career and not in the music career, like, you know, people that I know have changed up their wardrobes too as well, because their bodies have changed. And so, yeah, just learning to be like cognizant and like, you know, not saying certain things because it may, you know, offend somebody. And just learning to be more loving and accepting. Because I remember like in high school, I was, you know, really, really like, well, really middle school and high school, you know, you're really like judged.
Yes.
And people are so mean, like,
yeah.
you know, about your bodies and stuff, which is crazy because middle school, like, everybody had uniforms. So I don't know how I got like
lumped in,
talked about with a uniform, but I did. And so I don't know, you just kind of get like used to those comments and stuff, but we never want to get like too used to those or too used to like thinking that or being in that mindset. Like, you definitely want to remember that, you know, you are that person.
Yeah.
And no matter what.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I agree.
That's my takeaway from this episode. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. And for our next episode, we will be reacting to Tyla's new album, Tyla. I do want to apologize for everybody that was looking forward to the Beyonce episode. We did try and upload it and it did not work. It got blocked by YouTube, specifically Beyonce's team. It got blocked, so shout out to them.
Ivy Park.
And then the audio was so long, and you know, the audio just didn't work. So that whole episode just got lost. So I'm so sorry about that. I did upload a little clip to my Instagram, so you can check that out. But yeah, that is it for this episode. Tune into our next episode, bonus episode of Tyla, the album reaction. And then we have some more episodes coming after that. But thank you so much. And until next time, bye.